What is going on, Z traders? This is 𝘉𝘓𝘓 here, and today we are coming at you with your daily market recap. If you find any value in what it is that we do here, consider subscribing for more content and market updates. And if you wouldn't mind destroying the like button for the YouTube algorithm, follow us on Instagram and join us live every day, Monday through Friday during market hours on our Discord server, where we have over $5,000 worth of learning materials, all for the wonderful price of, drum roll please, free 99. That's right, absolutely free to join. The link is posted, as always, in the description below. Be there, or you know the rest. Lastly, remember, this is not investment advice. This is for educational purposes only. Do not enter or hop into anything discussed here without your own due diligence, as these are not trading signals, but rather my thoughts on specific securities. So, ladies and gentlemen, with that said, let us get into it. And today was another record-setting day. My goodness, yesterday was our breakout day. We had a record day. It was the best day I have ever had in my entire trading career. Let me just put this out there. Before we get into SPY, I have blown up a lot of accounts in my life. All right. I have struggled. I have lost a tremendous amount in my life. Not just money, right? And I really haven't even internalized what's taken place over the last 2 days of my life. Really, over the last week and a half, things have just been changing out of nowhere. Like, I remember there were times when I would trade, and as soon as I get in, it goes down. And it's almost as if the security knows that I'm in it. So it's like, no, he's in it. We got to go down, or we got to go not just down, but the opposite direction of the way he picked. If you buy calls, we're going down. If you buy puts, we're going up. And it was like that. And for a long time, and I had to grasp this. It's very difficult. It's like taking a graduate level course in college. People think you're just going to join a chat, get signals, and become rich tomorrow. I got some sad news for you, ladies and gentlemen. It's not happening. I, who have been a member of plenty of chats in my life, have only done enough to swim and break even, but I've never gotten ahead. And ironically, every time I was in a signals chat, when I traded my own ideas and not the signals, I did better. That's crazy. And it was through studying and late nights and blowing up accounts and losing that I became, ultimately got better and better, more disciplined, more learning to have ice water in your veins in certain moments. Just because of the amount of money that I've lost over the years through trading, it's given me a certain callus to where I can look at red and be like, okay, if I have done the analysis and I know what the time horizon on this trade is going to be, I'm going to come out successful. But I don't want to take too much time on that because we have plenty of time in this video to get into that, and our run time is limited. So let's talk about SPY today. We did go down. We lost $2.30. Nobody cares. That's not a big retreat. But we needed this break because we can't just keep going. I mean, look at this chart, right? This is a daily chart, up and up and up and up and up. That's not feasible. And I told you guys yesterday in my video that likely we would come down today because we needed a breather. I mean, it's just getting out of hand. It's ridiculous. Will this be the sign of a reversal? I don't have any reason to believe that, because the day candle closed as a doji. And what is dojis? Dojis are candles of uncertainty. So we don't know. I mean, we could go down tomorrow, or we could go very well continue to go higher. I, for one, have not. The SPY has made me a believer. Okay, we are, believe it or not, in the middle of a bull market, whether you want to accept it or not. Whether it's legitimate or not is the subject of another conversation. But there's no mistake in it, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the middle of a bull market. I don't like it because I know fundamentally there's no reason we should be trading this high, but we are, right? So let's take a look at what's going on here. So the Dow Jones was down 300 points today. That's pretty sizable. I'll give you that. On the Dow, looks more like it could possibly be the beginning of a reversal, but we do have a little pin bar there, tiny little pin bar. So, it didn't go all the way down, but I don't know, tomorrow it could be like down here, and then we keep going from there, or we could pop back up and then trend sideways and then pick a direction. Who knows, right? So SPY, let's take a look at it in trading view. And of course, we got the sideways chop. This is the hourly charts sideways chop. And I told you guys in previous videos we don't trade chop, but there's opportunity in this if you look up closer on the 5-minute candle. We've been feeling a little risky lately, even though that could play out to be our detriment. Probably will be. And getting stung is not something that we really want to do, okay? But it'll bring us back to reality, right? If we do lose, being more aggressive, and we go back to our comfort zone and our safety zone. So, when you get out of line, the market will let you know. When you get too cocky, the market will let you know. Trust me when I tell you. All right? So, like I said, chop sideways. Let's take a look at VIX, see if we can read any tea leaves. VIX was up $1.86 today, 6%. That's that's nothing to sneeze. That's no peanuts. So we got the bounce here off of the VWAP. I'm sorry. Yeah, so we're just up here. We might come back down a little bit. Volume, it is overbought up here. That's a good thing for those of you who have SPY calls. But we'll see. Let's take a look at it on trading view. See if we can see what we can see. All right, this is not looking too good for the bulls on SPY in the market, because it looks like we're having a bounce and a reversal here. So if VIX reverses, SPY is going to be out of there. So we'll see. Maybe we chop sideways and continue down in the best case scenario for the bulls. But I don't know. And then we're at this, support of the pivot point P. Anything below, what is this, 30.76 or 30.66, I want to say, somewhere in there would be good. If we break that with volume, on VIX, then that would be a good place to look for SPY calls. But I don't know, man. If this gaps up to S1, I don't know. It's not going to be looking too good for the bulls out there. I don't know. Something about this doesn't set well with me for any call holders. And when I say call holders, I mean me. Because it's like when the market could do no wrong and everything's just going up and up and up, and everybody just keeps like, oh, it's just so sweet out here. The market will remind you it's not sweet. And just when you think you got it down pack, boom, something hits you and you don't even know. And it's up, 41 cent after hours too. So let that be known. Hopefully in the morning we have some good economic data coming out. So let's check it out and see what we got going on today. For economic data, jobs openings came back better than expected. So we got some good numbers going on today. Wholesale inventories, trade sales, they lost horribly, which is part of the reason why we're down today. And then tomorrow, let's see what we got going on. We got some mortgage stuff. We got the CPI. A lot of inflationary numbers coming out. That's going to be huge right there. Real earnings, crude oil inventories. So we got some oil stuff coming out tomorrow. So it's going to be a really big day tomorrow for a lot of numbers that are going to be coming out. And so be careful trading during these announcements. So, because you don't want to get caught up in the middle of trades that could be impacted by when this data gets released. Federal budget balance, interest rate projections, economic, FOMC minutes, guys. Whoa, Fed interest rate decisions, Fed press conference. This is huge, folks. Please, whatever you do, this is big right here. So the market could hinge on this. So we may trade and chop sideways until we hear what the Fed has to say about the state of the economy and what they're expecting, and if there's going to be any more stimulus. If there is going to be stimulus, that could drive the markets even higher. So we'll see what happens, guys, but just be careful tomorrow. A lot of economic data coming out. A lot of influences that are outside of our control taking place here, guys. So just keep that in mind as you trade tomorrow when this data, of course, gets released. And it is in the afternoon, so we'll see if it's going to be a pump or a dump or whatever the case may be. So that is that for the economic data. And as I said, SPY will likely chop around before choosing a direction, depending on how our day starts with economic data. Maybe some comes back good, maybe some comes back bad. We will see, time will tell, and we will know the answer. So, with that out of the way, it's time for what you've all been waiting for. Let us get into the plays. Alrighty, so we got the plays for you today. Shameless plug, these go out in our Discord chat, in our server. We do have one. It is free to join. The link is in the description. If you're not there, you're definitely square. We call this stuff, sometimes I try my best. Like I said, I try to have a different approach with my Discord server. I don't want to be a signal giver because I believe, first of all, I don't want that type of pressure on me to be responsible for other people's well-being, because if someone goes and puts their life savings in a call I made, I don't know how I feel about that. Not that I'm not confident in my plays, because obviously I'm becoming better at what I'm doing, but I just don't want that, right? That's just, so, and from my experience, it's been better that I learn rather than someone give me signals. Because even if I say, okay, July 23 calls, 63 strike price, I might already be in, right? Or there might be something I didn't see and I just hopped in too soon and I'm like, oh crap, dang, I messed up, and it goes against me. And then you hop in after I got in and lose money too. You don't know what specific price I got for my options versus the price you are going to get when you see them. I don't know what the delay of time is going to be between if I call it out and you see it in chat, and maybe you see it an hour after I called it and just hop in and just without looking at the charts and lose all your money. I don't want that. So instead, we teach how to trade. That's a better approach. You learn, you make mistakes, you lose a little bit of money, but you keep on fighting, right? That's what I did. I could have gave up a long time ago, and Lord knows I was gonna, but I'm glad I didn't, because I wouldn't be here today. So with that being said, let's get to the plays. All right, called this out in chat. Well, after I didn't call out before the trade, but I told people I was in it, but I didn't call a signal. But after I made the play, I post the screenshots of the chart to clarify my thinking about why I got into this play. So it dawned on me a few days ago, like, it's nice to show my P&L, but that's not really helping people. What helps people is to know not just what I got into and how much I made, but why I got into it, when I got into it, and how I managed it, and what my thinking was and the psychology behind it. So I decided every day from now on, I'm going to show you guys these just so it can become clear. So this was a trade. Alibaba calls. It had its support. And remember, I told you guys, I decided a few weeks ago, really like a week and a half ago, to stop trading, channel trading, right? And what I mean by that is between support and resistance. So like if you see something like chopping along, you don't buy it in here. You don't buy anything in here. You buy calls on the bounce from support, and you buy puts at breaks of a resistance with volume. And of course, you got to have multiple time frames in agreement and indicators in agreement and other type of things just to be sure. Also, you got to be aware of where the 50 MA, VWAP, and 200 MA are at all times. At least I think so. That's what I use on my charts. They are lifesavers, particularly, and I use them on all time frames too, just so that there's a frame of reference, right? So I saw big red candle down. It bounced off support very strongly, and I was like, okay, this is going to be a quick reversal. So I was like, yeah, let me get in. Now, this is a risky play, okay, because I didn't wait for this candle to close green to get in. I got in while it was still going up. That's not something you're supposed to do, and that's not something I typically do, but I was kind of chasing, if I'm going to be honest, because you're supposed to technically wait until this candle closes green and then get in at the next candle to confirm that it bounced. I didn't do that here. What took an aggressive trade. It paid off, but it doesn't always, right? And I've been going way bigger in my positions than I have historically. And a lot of that has to do with not because I'm loosening my risk management standards, but because I've been doing good. And so I wanted to reward myself, and I've made some deposits into the account to try to, bolster it. And I have margin too, so that kind of can help to magnify returns as well. I don't really like to use it if I don't have to, but before recently I was leaning pretty heavily on it, but now I'm starting to move a little bit away from it because I'm starting to have enough money in my account where I can do things on my own without margin. So that's a good feeling, but I suppose I might cut it off because I might get tempted to just like leverage my whole account in a position one day, especially if this keeps going at this rate, and I don't want that. And an important thing is to know yourself. Like, I know myself. I'm not a gambler by any means, but I don't know. It's just something about the markets that kind of can bring that out of you. And you got to keep that in check. So everything's if then. All right. And I saw this and I said, if we get here and bounce, I'm getting in. If we break up above this line, I'm going to take profits and get out. So, get in, break above this, take profits, take profits out at the reversal before this gets all the way down here. We got to get out. Now, I did leave some money on the table, but who cares? you're going to leave money on the table. You're going to miss trades. We're not here to make all the money from every stock in the market, because you're not going to, and you're going to miss multi-million-dollar trades every day. But that's not the point. The point is to stay solvent long enough to catch good trades, right? So that was Alibaba. Now we got Lululemon. Same exact story. So these are trades that I like to make because they're easy money, right? Bounces off of support, breaks through resistance. The easiest money I've ever made. I certainly can tell you that, right? Now this time we did wait for the confirmation close of the green candle. Got in, gave up a little money to do that, but I wanted to be safe. Boom, break, take profit, boom, all the way up. We're good, get out when I start to see this candle going down. Easiest money in American history. SPY calls. It had a gap to fill on open. It fell down. I saw that it had this. I said, "Can I get a fill on pump 5?" Exactly, because we had a gap to fill. And I know if we have a gap to fill up or down, more likely it's going to get filled. So this is also one of the easiest ways to make money is gap fills. So I waited for it to level out. Had to support Drew. We hit the support as soon as I saw that we bounced. I didn't wait for this to close. Got a little aggressive, but that's fine. Boom, up, boom. Take some profits here. Take some profits here. Boom, out. Easy peasy, beautiful cover girl. All right. Shopify, same thing-ish. And didn't have the confirmation candle. This was super risky, but it turned out to be a good trade. Took some profits over VWAP just in case we rejected, but we didn't. Kept going. Took some profits here. Bounced, got out here when we started to go down on this candle, and it was a good thing because we would have lost a lot of money if we didn't. So I'm hoping everybody's following my logic and rationale for getting into these plays. Now, Amazon. This is, ladies and gentlemen, what we came to see. This was the trade. Amazon was ridiculous today. They went up. They were up as much as $100 today, folks. That is nuts, right? And another thing that should be duly noted about all these trades is that I had them set on my phone, like supports and resistances. If it goes above this, let me know. If it goes below that, let me know too, just so you know. And ever since I've been starting doing alerts, my trading results have gone through the roof because I'm not leaving it to chance, and I'm not just looking at a screen and seeing it go up and chasing. Everything's methodical. Up, got an alert, look at the chart, wait for the entry, boom, take it, get in there. Like swimwear, and I did all this before 1 o'clock. I like to say in like Flynn, out by 10. We didn't get out by 10 today, but we did get out relatively early. You got the rest of the day ahead of you. All right, guys. Now, I did bitch out on this. Not gonna lie, I did have to go in very bigly because these contracts are not cheap. Right, I think the ones I got in were 1,100 a piece. So at the time, so yeah, it's no joke, right? So yeah, I left a lot of money on the table, and even past this, I think it went like all the way up here. But you know what? Like I said, we're not here to make all the money. This was just good enough. All right. So that's it for those. Now we got our small account challenge. Woo! Oh my goodness, look at that. And I'd like to remind everybody that we started this challenge. This was a blown account at one point. I had $21.52 left in this account a week and a half ago. I want that. Let that sink in. a week and a half ago, there was $21.53 in this account. Took it all the way to 742 today. How did we do that? Making smart, good decisions with our money. Not chasing, because also remember, this account is under PDT. We cannot day trade. So every trade in this account has to be a swing. I held this position for about 4 days now, through some pretty big losses. The first day I bought it, the second day it opened up 33% down. All right. But Adobe had earnings coming up. I wasn't trying to hold through earnings. That's why I got out at market close. But, I mean, I don't know. And then I used to always see these numbers. Like, you see options contracts going up 30,000%, 40,000%, 6,000%, 10,000%. Imagine if I would have been able to buy like 50 contracts. It just blows my mind. Like, I love stocks and equity for long term and retirement and beating inflation. But ladies and gentlemen, nothing beats options. I have a lot of people on my Facebook who always pushing Forex. Oh my God, Forex this, all my Forex chat. Show me somebody in Forex with this type of return. I'm not talking about the 405 because nobody cares about that. That's not what we came to see. 13,000% gain. I bought these contracts for 57 cents and sold them for $1.36. You could never do this with stocks or Forex. I'm biased. I'm sorry. If anybody out there does Forex or any other thing, I'm sorry. If there is returns like this in Forex or stocks, I mean, occasionally over the 200 year of the Dow or SPY or whatever, not SPY, but the stock market's existence. Sure, you could probably see these types of, but I'm talking about in 2 or 3 days, or a week, or hell, even a month. Today, I think the highest stock was up 500%. And that's rare because typically on the average day, the highest stock is usually up 150 to 200%. And those are usually junk stocks that are penny stocks that do that. So, but this is just unprecedented. It's unparalleled. I haven't seen it. And it was one of the things that attracted me to options in the first place, right? So, then we got the main P&L. Holy Jesus Christ. Now, there is a discrepancy here, and let me explain that. First of all, after I took the screenshots, I was done trading. I got back in the house at about 2:45, and then I went to the chat, and I'm just kicking it with the fellas, and I'm just looking at SPY, and something became very obvious to me. And that was that SPY had a double freaking top. And I was like, holy crap. It might break the 50 MA. And if it breaks the 50 MA, it's definitely going to break the 200 MA in VWAP. And sure enough, it did. And I can even walk you through that conversation that we had in chat. So, hold up. Okay, so hold up. See, I posted this in chat. This is what 3:34. I saw this coming. Boom. I got in real quick, but I also got out, made 250 real quick. You know what I mean? And then I was like joking, Darren, if I put 20% of my swing 20% of my account in calls. Coming up with a scanner. Oh, I saw the dump. We posted the meme. Boom. Just grabbed 100 SPY puts. My heart feels like a stone. This was at 352. Out. Just that quick with the drop. Got in, got out, market orders all the way through. And you can see right there, I'm not bullshitting you. 100 contracts, bro. $2,300 in less than a minute. It's like 40 seconds. Jesus Christ. Like, it's crazy. And I'm also swinging 100 SPY calls too. So if you want to see what happens to me tomorrow, show up and watch the video, right? Steak dinner for everybody. So yeah, I mean, we do this just so everybody knows. And, you know, just putting that out there, you know, we really do this out here. Got in, boom, watched it ride all the way down, right? So, and we are swinging 100 SPY calls. That's going to be big tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Hopefully it's up a little bit after hours. Woo, we'll see. Hopefully no bad news comes out, because we are going to be the clappitest clap that there ever was. Woo, I'm not looking forward if that happens. But we've, over the past 2 days, I mean, I've made close to over 30,000 over the past, because my yesterday's P&L was 16, today's was 20. Yeah, so I think we're good, whatever happens. And of course, I'll cut early as I can if I see the trade going wrong. But, you know, I just felt like, hey, SPY's been going up. We had a down day, and every time we've had a down day over the past 2 weeks, the next day was always up. Buy at the bottom, sell, buy low, sell high, right? That was my rationale for doing this. But don't do that. Please, anybody looking at this video, I mean, this is just wild cowboy stuff. I'm probably going to end up on Wall Street bets one way or the other tomorrow. So, yeah, you definitely want to tune in for that, okay? Because it's going to be crazy, especially if we get some bad economic numbers, which at the time I wasn't thinking about, but that's fine. So, unlike me, keep your head in the game. All right? Risk management. Don't go all in on one position. No matter how much money you make, never get cocky, because the market will humble you very quickly. All right? So, that's all the time we have for today. Remember to plan your trades and trade your plan. Bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs, you know what happens to them. They get slaughtered. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button so you never miss an episode. Follow us on Instagram. Join our Discord chat where we're live until 5, and we do something before 2 something. The links are listed in the description below. And before I sign off, I just want you to know I'm not a guru. Okay? There's nothing special about me. I'm a young man, or actually old man now. About to be 33 in the fall, November. Just a young guy from Philly, you know, tried, failed, ups, downs, blown up accounts. There's nothing particularly great about me. I'm not some internet marketing, you know, options guru. I'm a regular guy from Philly who started a chat, who's bounced around from chat to chat, who's just documenting his journey for the world to see in the world of options. All right? That's all. And if I can do it, listen, I'm telling you, if I can do it, anybody can do it. You just have to put the time and dedication. You have to treat this like a graduate's degree course in college, because that's what it is, because there's so many moving parts. And if you slip up for 1 second, you're done. Keep that in mind. It's serious, folks. And we laugh and we joke and we talk and chat and it's ha ha he he. But this is real money on the line. and this is people's lives and futures at stake. Treat it as such. All right. So now I'm actually going to sign off now. I will see you guys tomorrow.